Hi and welcome to another episode on my channel. This one is about using GenAI in UiPath Studio Web. I'll show you how with the latest generative AI features you can build smart automations that use language models without writing a single line of code. The first episode will be an introduction to Studio Web and integration service, and also a demo of a simple automation. We'll generate a welcome email using AI and send it automatically via Outlook. It's a great way to see what generative AI activities can do. So, let's begin! Let's start with an important distinction. What's the difference between Agentic AI and Agentic Automation? Agentic AI is a term used to describe autonomous systems based on artificial intelligence. Those that can analyze data, make decisions, and act on their own without hard-coded logic. They are full-fledged agents that plan, learn, and adapt to changes without our involvement. Agentic automation, on the other hand, is the practical application of this concept in automation. In UiPath, it means you design the flow, but inside you embed components that can think and make decisions. For example, summarize an email, classify a document, or filter personal data. So, what are generative AI activities? UiPath offers a special package of activities based on large language models, called generative AI activities. These activities let you build workflows that no longer operate on simple if A then B logic. They can analyze, understand, and create on their own. Some examples from this package include: generate email, generates the body of an email, summarize text, shortens text to key points, categorize, classifies text based on definitions, PII filtering, removes personal data, translates content, content generation, creates custom text. Before we build our automation, let's briefly talk about the environment we will be using. UiPath Studio Web is the browser-based version of Studio. It allows you to build automations in the cloud, no software installation needed. Integration service is used to connect with external systems using connectors. They simplify authentication and help manage connections. In practice, if you want to use service like GenAI or Outlook for sending messages, you first create the connection integration service, and then you can use matching activities in Studio Web. We will do that in a moment. Also, GenAI activities use language models managed by UiPath. That means we don't need to worry about API keys or subscriptions to services like OpenAI. All we do is create the right connection and we can immediately start using AI in our workflows. One thing to remember: every time you use a GenAI activity, you consume one AI unit under your platform license. But in return, you get access to powerful models without additional setup. So, let's move on to configuring the required connectors. First, we create a connection for generative AI activities. We choose UiPath GenAI activities, then we click Connect to UiPath GenAI activities. Choose a folder and click Connect. We check the status: connected. As you can see, I didn't need to configure anything or enter keys. I just clicked connect, and since it's a UiPath managed service, the connection was created. Now, let's create the next connection integration services for Outlook. We click Connect to Microsoft Outlook. Here we do need to log into our account. Click Connect. Log into your Office 365 account. We grant the necessary permission and click Accept. Now let's check our connectors. As you can see, we have two GenAI activities and Microsoft Outlook 365. Both are connected. Since the connectors are ready, let's move on to Studio Web. Let's build our first automation. Click Create New Project and select RPA Workflow. We start by naming it. Let's say GenAI Welcome Demo. Okay, now let's add the generative AI activities. We filter the list and see the available activities in the package. Since we want to generate a welcome email, we use the Generate Email activity. This activity connects automatically to the active connector. Let's now set up the email generation parameters. We select Include Salutation and choose Dear. For salutation name, let's say Piotr, since the email will be sent to me. Do we want to include a sign off? Sure. We choose Regards and I will enter Piotr Kołakowski. Now, the most important part, email content. This is where we provide the main points or information that should be included in the email. Since we are welcoming a new employee, let's write Welcome a new employee to the team. Introduce the company PII Automation. Provide a plan for the first day at work. Use a formal and friendly tone. Okay, so we have added the instructions for the model. We can also select a writing style. I already included it in the content, but you could choose from the list or enter something like professional. We set output format to HTML. There's also an example field where you can provide a sample email, but for this demo we won't use it. The output will be saved to a variable like email output, so the generate email activity is ready and should generate the email for us. If you want, we can use log message to preview the result. we just display the value of email output. Now, the next step is to send the generated email using Outlook. We choose the Send Email activity from the Microsoft 365 package. As you can see, the connector is already attached, just like for GenAI. We won't save the email as a draft, we'll send it directly to my own email address. Subject: welcome. Body: the generated content from email output. Optionally, we can set a CC or BCC, but that's not needed for this demo. Alright, we now have a working process. Time to test it. We run the process by clicking Test in Cloud and wait for the robot to execute the steps in the cloud. First, the GenAI activity sends our request to the language model, which generates the welcome email based on our content and style. Then that text is passed to Send Email, which uses Outlook to send the message to the address we provided. We see that the process finished successfully. Here's a preview of the email that was generated by Generate Email activity. Let's check if it arrived. And yes, the message was delivered. So the whole flow worked correctly. The email was generated by the AI model and sent to our inbox. The kind of process sending emails to new employees can be fully automated according to your organization's needs, and even personalized using the AI model. So, we just built a simple but very effective automation. GenAI created a personalized welcome email, and thanks to built-in Outlook integration, the message was sent automatically. All of this was done without writing any code, entirely in Studio Web using integration service connectors. Today's example shows how easily we can enrich our RPA workflows with generative AI. In future episodes, I'll show you how to use these activities to generate summarized translations, classifications, or to mask sensitive data. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up, and if you don't want to miss the next ones, hit subscribe. Thanks again. See you in the next episode. Take care and goodbye.